Welcome back to my channel. I'm Suzanne, and this is another in the inventory of 2024. This is my eyeshadow palettes. I also have single eyeshadows that I will be showing later. Excuse me. Okay, I separated these by brand. I think I got them all. I hope. So, Beauty Fleur palette. Doesn't have anything on the back. I'm going to cover the mirror with a piece of cardboard. So it's a pretty palette. Both these I got because of Sarah Rose. I think she got them in PR, and I just thought they were very pretty, and they're reasonably priced also. And I think she had a code, but when you sign up for the newsletter, I believe I got like 10% off or something, so I used that. I don't think I'm going to swatch these because I have like 30 something palettes or more. So that is Fleur. Then I got the Begonia palette, and you can see it's pretty, the dried flowers in there. I'll try to do this without pointing. And so we got the greens, dark brown, maroon, plum. So that's my Ace Beauty palettes. I have two NARS. These also have mirrors. This is the Thessalonique 1 and 2. These are actually, can be popped out. They're actually individuals, but I'm just considering it a palette because that's how I bought it. I can get it open. Should have brought my spatula. There we go. Okay. So this one came broken. I repressed it. I have to say, even though NARS is more I consider the higher end of cost, I really like their products. I have their foundation, and I've had eyeshadows before by them, and this goes on very smooth. So that is NARS Thessalonique, and I just made a mess. Okay. This is Hibiscus. This was on a special, so I figured I would pick it up. And it's the Hibiscus palette. This one I haven't worn as much. Sometimes I forget about it because it's small, and it gets lost with the other palettes. Okay, the two, if you've watched videos before, you've seen these from the Balm. I've had these in a few projects. This is actually a face palette, but I'm putting it with eyeshadows. This was also in my blush and highlighter inventory video. So this is Alternative Rock. And I could bend this one back so it's not a problem. And I like these two. They're a little powdery, but that could be because they're old. But I'm still going to get used out of them. And they're very nice. I'm trying not to swatch them. Oops, sorry. Because I'm tempted to, but it'll be an hour long. What's the tea? This is an eyeshadow palette, not a face palette. I love their artwork too. And this has, I don't think I've used these. I've tested them, the primers, so you can use black or neutral. And that's a pretty color. That's changes in the light. I don't know if you can tell. And I love this one too, the teal. I always call this What's the Teal. It's actually What's the Tea. Okay, we're going to do the one-offs. This is from Ulta. I have not used this yet. It's upside down. The Ulta Beauty Collection. This has the shade names. It's a 6-pan eyeshadow palette. It doesn't have like a pan name because it's sealed too. I got this in a gift with purchase. So this looks pretty interesting, the colors in there. So I'm looking forward to trying that. Another one these are the singles, is from What's Up Beauty. It says Desert Moon. Another one with a mirror. Yeah, these have some pretty shimmers in it. So I've used this quite a few times. This was in I can't remember which project, but it was in a project. And I got a compliment when I was wearing Desert Rose. So I was happy with that. MAC. This is, what is this? Feast Your Eyes, 8-pan shadow palette. This was, they call them sparklers here. Leather luster and the rest are sparklers, and a prism metallic. Honestly, I thought I would like this, but I don't. And that's drying up, so I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I don't know if I'm going to try to get some more use out of it. It was a special for, I don't remember what event, holiday or whatever, but yeah, you see that's getting hard pan on it. Packaging's beautiful, but I was very disappointed in it. These all have mirrors. Okay, I can put this one back after I show you the thing here. This is from Huda Beauty, which I forgot what they changed their name to, and then they went out of business, so they're no longer available. This is the Van Gogh palette. It might be common because I know there's a lot of this Starry Night, but I actually fell in love with it when I was in like 3rd grade. We went on a field trip to the Museum of Modern Art, and that's when I first saw it in person, and I've been in love with it ever since. So that's the reason I love it, not because it's common. But this, I really like this palette. I was going to get some other ones by them, but the colors didn't really speak to me. They did have a Monet, and I forgot which other ones there, but wasn't that interested in it. But I really do like the Van Gogh. Okay, this is Urban Decay, the Naked Ultimate Basics, which has a big mirror too. Oh, you see the Yukon Huskies on it. So my sister got this for me. This is a little older, but you can see I got some good use out of it. I do like this for neutral looks. I have to put these in rotation because otherwise I just forget to use a lot of them. They sit in my where I keep my palettes, and they don't get the use they should. This was just in a project. This is Flower Jungle Lights. I had 2 others, but I ended up donating them. I would donate this one, but this one, it's broken. As you can see, I got this in shipment from Ulta and it was shattered, so I can't donate that because I just don't see myself using up this palette. It's pretty, but I don't really reach for it. So another one my sister gave me. This is from NYX. This is the Water palette in your element, and they had obviously 4 because of the 4 elements. Let's see if I get this open. This one's a little hard to get open sometimes. Look over here. There we go. This is a pretty palette. I have used this quite a bit, but it doesn't even look like I made a dent really in it. But it's a very pretty palette because you can even blend this out pretty well. Probably the least used shade is this one, and maybe this one, the 2 blues. I don't know why. They're pretty. I just don't use them that often. And then the last one off is from McGrath. This I got in TJ Maxx. I think it was 20 bucks. So I figured I'd pick it up because I always hear about McGrath, but I'm just not into it that much to spend the kind of money on it. This is the Artistry palette, Celestial something, Mothership Mega Celestial Nirvana. It's okay. I am certainly glad I didn't spend the full price on it. Like I said, it was $20. It's pretty, it's unique, but I don't see where it's worth the original price, which I think is close to 100 or over 100. But I gotta use some more of this too. This is sitting. That's why I haven't really bought anything recently. Let's do Nabla? Not sure. I forgot why I got these. Might have been Sarah Rose again. These 3 are the Cutie palettes. This one's the Wild Berry. Their shimmers are really amazing. Very pretty. The Midnight palette. This one I probably shouldn't have got. It's beautiful, but I don't wear it that often. And I've got a BH2 that's similar. And the Platinum. This shade got me. That was beautiful. I break one of these out for Christmas. This one I wasn't sure if I was going to keep. I was originally had it in a section to donate, and it's got dust on it because it's been sitting. This is the Secret palette, and it doesn't say what, if it's part of any collection. I don't think it is. So they're pretty designs on them. So I'm trying to see if I can get it in the frame without the mirror. There we go. So I'm going to try it again, see if I like it. It's basically brand new. Haven't used it that much, but that's a pretty color. That's one thing I'm glad I got into panning a few years ago, but I'm doing it more now since I started the channel. I was doing Instagram, but I'm not gonna try to get that back. But now that I got the channel, I seem a little more motivated because I can actually talk about it. As much as I like Instagram, it's kind of hard to, you know, really explain how you feel about something. So this is the Nabla Poison Garden. This is the last Nabla palette I have. And this one's okay. This, I don't know, I must have swatched another. I had the brush a little dirty. But I've used this a few times. As you can see, it's got some use on it. It's okay. I don't know. When I first got them, I really liked them, and now I'm like, yeah, it could be age with it. Them or me. I don't know. I've got 3 Huda Beauty. My sister got me this one too. You can tell who's my influence. This is Mauve Obsessions, which I'm sure you've seen before. This one I went to Sephora to get right away. I went to the Sephora on Kohl's and they didn't have it, so I ended up ordering it. This is the creamy, this is the grayish creamy Obsessions because it's more of a cool toned, which is kind of hard to find. So I thought that was kind of cool. Didn't mean it that way. That was bad. Okay, and then this was one I think I got at Sephora. Had to be. I don't think Ulta Care is it on sale. Mercury Retrograde. I'm sure everybody has seen. It's pretty, and I'm trying to get that frame. Okay, Essence. Sorry, making a mess here. These were like $3.99, so of course I had to get them. This is the Dancing Green, which I had in a project. Tended not to reach for it too much. You can see this one has been used. It's something taupe. I don't remember. It's all worn off. And I've used this one broke, and I didn't really care for it, so I ended up getting rid of what was in there. Used this one up all the way, and I'll work on the other ones. The Coral Me Maybe. Pretty. It's crumbling though. Is the other one. What else do I have left? I have. I'll leave ColourPop to the end because I have the most of them. And the next one I probably have the most of is Too Faced. So I had a problem with these palettes. I am restraining buying the Happily Ever After. It's on sale at Ulta right now for like $21, but I've got the colors. I don't need it, as you could tell. I want to use these up. So let me get this because these are going to blind you also. Working on this palette, I have this in a project, and then it's going into another project next year. And this is probably one of my favorite palettes. I would say I use this every day, one of them every day, something in there. So I wish they would relaunch that. I would buy it again. I'm gonna put this somewhere where it doesn't fall down. Better Than Chocolate, because like I said, I have to get all of these. Try to do this. Okay, this is Better Than Chocolate. Haven't used this that much. It will be put into something at some point because I've got these guys are older. These two other chocolate palettes. This is the Semi-Sweet. This one's nice, but the favorite is still the bonbons, and then the regular chocolate bar. And then I had to get the pumpkin spice. I did have the gingerbread. Again, it was Ulta, and I got it shattered. Brought it back to the store, and they didn't have it in yet. So I ended up getting it somewhere else, and then I ended up decluttering after all that. This one I don't use too much either. That's why I'm not gonna get the Happily Ever After because, you know, how much I can use. That's not the point, really. I mean, obviously if you're watching this, you enjoy makeup, but it's just, I don't want to waste these by them going bad and me just getting another palette. And it's basically just the Too Faced Sparkling Pineapple. This I think was the first one I got, and I liked it enough. This is very bright. Where I ended up, actually, this way, getting the other two. This one is pretty, but it is like a glitter nightmare, so I don't use that one. I should probably just scrape it out. This is the Papaya Pop. I like this a lot. This is pretty. And the Razzle Dazzle Berry. I got one of these through Too Faced. It was on sale. And then the White Peach, which I have hit pan a couple. That's gonna be another one I gotta start working on. And I got room here, so let me move these over. Then the last of my palettes are ColourPop. I even forgot I had this one. It fell behind the other palettes. Meant to Be. This one I think has a mirror too. No, yes, it does, but I didn't take the thing off. Yeah, it's pretty, but I don't know if I'm gonna be wearing this a lot. But I don't know if I can donate it because it's older. Sorry, just hit the camera. That's Taupe. Taupe. Wannabe. Keep them open. Sprinkle a Little Magic, a Tinkerbell. I think this one has a mirror, yeah. Flutterby, I got it at TJ Maxx. I think this was like $3.99. So I have to get it. It does not have a mirror. I won't use that because it looks like a pressed glitter. I don't like the glitter. I have a problem with cat fur in my eye. I love this palette, the Limoncello. This has the mirror. I took my makeup off, so you definitely don't want to see me right now. I really like this palette a lot. Lavish, I had the purple one in the plastic case. I can't remember what it was. I got rid of that, and I like this one, but I don't use it that much. This I got rid of because it was all the pressed glitter, as you can see. Just chunks. And of course, we got two left. Of course, not of course. I had the Baroque one. I got rid of that because it was just too dark. I didn't really use it as much in the Limelight. This is a pretty palette too. I like my greens too. So that is it for my palette inventory. I'll leave the number up on the screen because I did not keep track. And thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you in the next video.